Hi guys, Brett here from Hearns Hobbies, and today I'd like to take a look and do a bit of unboxing on the Kyosho Optima. Now this thing is a four-wheel drive race car, and it was first released in 1985, and it was quite technologically advanced at the time and quite revolutionary in its design. And in fact, a lot of the modern four-wheel drive race cars sort of owe their legacy or their basic architecture to the forefathers. So this is definitely one of them in 1985. So let's jump in the box and have a look what they've done for us. Beautiful presented box and boxwork here. Wow. Okay, so we can see straight away that we've got all these blow molded and blistered parts. We've got the body here, which is super cool. They had actually a lot of detail and work on them for their time. Obviously a lot more scale or realistic, if you will, than what we're used to modern days. Super cool. Then we've got a Lexan, a polycarbonate driver figure. So not the whole head and everything is made. I'm just going to cut into this one and have a good look. But we can see here that it's actually Lexan, as opposed to some of the offerings from Tamiya and stuff where they're actually injection molded. This is a vacuum polycarb driver figure, and we're greeted with more parts within. Okay, so we've got our main chassis rails, which are constructed out of solid aluminium. We've got a front underguard here, and we can see on this underguard, whoops, I'm going to hold this up. I'm not going to completely open everything, but these slotted holes here on the underguard, and that is how you used to tension up the chain. And I imagine so with the belt tension as well, because the very unique part about this kit is the re-release, is that they've re-engineered a lot of it to put up with the current demands of what we'll be using it for. So, and that has included two sets of primary drives. So we've got a belt drive system, which was an option after the model was released in '85. So it wasn't standard in the kit then. What it did come standard was a chain drive, and that is super cool. So that's going to be really retro cool, but not very functional or reliable. I mean, it'd definitely be functional, but reliability wise, that's why they went to the belt drive system. And they did the belt drive system up until the modern day. Some cars still use it, some of them now are gear drive, but yeah, the belt system is still around. We've got finer tooth counter gears, I can see here. Adjustable motor mount. I imagine that it's going to have a longer elongation for more gearing options. Countersunk holes, beautifully machined out of aluminium. We've got some tyres here which are quite small and I bet that these are a new compound. These are actually quite a soft compound. Back in the day, back in 1985, these would have been like just about like solid plastic. We wouldn't have been able to do that, where they actually feel, although they look very period correct in their pin and tread design, they really are very soft and squidgy like what we have now, very soft rubber. So I bet somewhere in the box we've actually got some inserts, or else they'll just collapse on the wheels. So let's go and have a look. I'm actually trying to find the instructions for this one. Okay, we've got a huge sticker sheet here. Awesome quality decals. Got another parts box here. Okay, now I'm actually just going to get this out the way for a second so we can have a look at some of the parts in more depth. Okay, so here we have the decal sheet and the instructions within. So I'm going to go ahead and open that one. Like so. I can see that they've included window masks. So that's one piece of tape there for the window masks that we definitely wouldn't have had in 1985, would have had to hand mask them all up. We've got a full decal sheet for the driver figure and some accessories for his helmet. Pretty cool. Very period correct decal sheet here. There's actually three sheets of decals here. Then we've got this one here. So you really can do a one colour white paint job and just put on all the blue and yellow stickers if you want. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but these sticker sheet, this decal sheet is extremely glossy, really glossy. And you've got some little cartoonish motifs here of the vehicle and the model. People love to stick them on their toolboxes and stuff. Okay, I'll put these back away. Then we'll have a look at the instructions if we can. Pop that back in there. Beautiful, put this decal sheet to the side. Right, beautifully presented instruction manual. And we can see here it goes into the details about using brushed and brushless motors, various tools and wrenches that come with the kit. So you do get a range of hex wrenches with the kit to help building. We've got different power packs, battery units, LiPo applications, a full spare parts listing for the car, which will be really good for future references. And then we go to all the metal parts, the ladder chain. So we're looking here at starting with the differential. So the front and rear differentials are both bevel drive type, very conventional to what we use now. They'll be an open diff, so not fluid filled like we do now. They will be greased, but they won't be fluid filled like the modern day differentials that we use. And again, you've got the two assembly methods here in the instructions, whether we're going for the belt drive system or the chain drive system. Really easy to explain here. Then we've got the gearbox, all the bearings that come with it, how to put the chain on and the direction of the chain. Super cool. Okay, then we're looking at the tensions. So you sort of assemble the gearboxes, put the chain drive on, and then mount that to the ladder style chassis. Motor mount. Got an inbuilt servo saver disc, typical to what a lot of the 8 scale racers buggies still use today. It's like a spring-loaded cam type arrangement. And then going over towards the spur gear. We're looking at, it's actually got a slipper assembly. So that's really cool. That's really helped the longevity of the transmission, the belts and the chains as well, is that you've actually got the slipper assembly on the spur gear to really help take the shock loadings off of the transmission. You can see here that we've actually got some cast aluminium steering knuckles, which are really nicely cast and then obviously machined for the bearing recesses and so forth. We've got some cartridge style shock absorbers. I'm just going to go forward in the instruction until we can see that. We've got pill adjustment in the hubs. Again, a really modern day feature, what we're still using today, to adjust your toes and so forth. Yeah, so you've got a cartridge system where you fill the shocks from the bottom. And you build the cartridge, the seals from the bottom, and you bleed it all from the bottom as well. So that was used up until the mid-90s even. Cars still had damp units like that. We've got fully adjustable spring retaining collars here, or preload collars here. So they do up on the pinch on the damper unit itself, so you can incrementally adjust it instead of using like C spacers and so forth to get your ride height. Talks about fitting the modern day electrics. Yeah, absolutely. And it's telling definitely that we've got to use super glue on the tires and the inserts. So that is really cool. I've got left and right style wheels. Having a look down some of the parts bags. The quality of the plastics and the injection molding is absolutely fantastic on this Optima kit. I'm sure it's a lot higher than the quality they achieved back in 1985. Got a fiberglass top deck here that would have been revolutionary for its time. Beautiful red molded shock pieces here and tools. Got a plastic driver helmet there, gearbox casing, suspension pills, all feels and looks really classy. Go forth and open this side, and here we have the iconic Optima wheels, and yep, there's the inserts. So quite small by today's standard. Does use a modern style hex, which is really cool. Probably really easy to adapt to a modern style wheel if you were to do anything more than using it as a shelf queen, because these tires would be very hard to replace in this day and age. It's not a common size that we use anymore. But yeah, and then it goes through washing the body, prepping the body, full stickers. Take a long time to put all those sticker kits on. Again, it's talking about the pills in the hubs and how to use them and what the toe-in adjustment that you're going to achieve. And then we go back towards the exploded diagrams and changing from belt drive to chain drive. We've got a little bit of a gear ratio chart here, what's achievable with the standard spur. Super cool. So I'd like to think that we've had a good look and a good unboxing of Kyosho's re-release Optima. I'm Brett from Hearns, and thanks for watching.